It was Fort Benning. Midsummer heat shimmering like liquid glass across the long stretch of sand. The sun burned every shadow into the ground. The target stood 4,000 meters away. 4 kilometers of open air and dancing mirage. No one had hit it, not once. 15 of the best recruits had stepped forward. 15 had failed. The murmurs started. Scopes off. Wind shifted. Targets too far. But the general didn't flinch. His hands were behind his back, his jaw tight. General Mason had seen wars turn boys into soldiers, and pride turned soldiers into ghosts. Then, from the line of recruits, she stepped forward. Sergeant Elena Brooks, barely 5'6", calm, dust on her boots, a face half hidden under her cap. The others whispered, not out of curiosity, out of memory. Elena was that soldier, the one who froze during a night operation 2 years ago, the one whose partner never came back. To most, she was done. A quiet woman, just trying to blend in. A reminder of failure no one dared to mention. But today, she walked with purpose. The general's gaze followed her, unreadable. You? He asked. Yes, sir. You were with the 42nd. She nodded once. A few soldiers smirked. Someone whispered, "She won't even see the target." But Eleanor didn't respond. She simply knelt by the rifle, one of the same models the others had failed with. Her hands moved like music. Deliberate, steady, silent. She checked the chamber, adjusted the bipod, aligned the scope. Then she stopped and closed her eyes. For a moment, the range disappeared. She could still hear her partner's voice. Steady, calm, teasing her like he always did. Slow breath, Brooks. Don't aim to impress. Aim to remember. Her pulse slowed. She exhaled, opened her eyes, and fired. The crack tore through the still air. 1 heartbeat, 2, 3, then ping. A metallic echo rolled back across the sand. A perfect hit. The silence broke into gasps. Someone shouted, "No way!" But Eleanor wasn't done. She reloaded, adjusted slightly, and whispered to herself, 3 more. The general folded his arms, watching. Not with doubt now, but curiosity. Second shot. Hit. Third. Hit. Fourth. Dead center. 4 bullets. 4 perfect holes. 4,000 meters. Even the wind seemed to stop in respect. When she stood, the dust clung to her uniform like a quiet crown. The general approached slowly. The other soldiers fell silent, their mockery replaced by awe. He stopped just a few feet from her. "Where'd you learn to shoot like that, Sergeant?" Her answer came soft, steady, like a truth too heavy to carry, but too sacred to hide. "From someone who never made it back, sir." The general's face changed. The hardness faded. For a second, his eyes reflected something rare in command. Understanding. He saluted her first, and when he did, every soldier followed. After the crowd thinned, Elena stayed behind. The world had gone quiet again, except for the soft hum of wind, moving through the empty range. She walked to the end of the firing line, her eyes locked on the distant steel. 4 holes, tiny black dots against grey metal, but to her they weren't just marks. They were messages, a conversation between her and a ghost. "See?" She whispered to no one. "I didn't forget." She didn't cry, just smiled faintly. The kind of smile born from peace, not pride, because redemption isn't loud, it's quiet, like a bullet slicing through wind, finding its mark without fanfare. And courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it exhales, pulls the trigger, and lets the silence speak for it. Months later, a plaque appeared at the range. No headline, no ceremony, just a single quote, carved into steel. Real aim isn't about the eye. It's about the heart that never stopped believing it could still hit the target. Sergeant Elena Brooks, and beneath it, a smaller engraving. in memory of those who taught us focus beyond fear. When recruits pass that plaque now, they lower their voices. Some say you can still hear a faint echo on the wind. The sound of one perfect shot that turned silence into strength. Because legends don't always shout, sometimes. They just breathe, aim, and remember. If this story moved you, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love hearing from our global family of listeners. And if you believe real courage never fades, even in silence, hit like, share this story, and subscribe to Hidden Echoes for more tales of quiet power, redemption, and unseen heroes who remind us what respect truly means.